afternoon, everybody. I'm Martha McCallum, and this is the story. Brand new details about the accused MS-13 gang leader who was arrested in Virginia in the early morning hours today. Fox News getting a firsthand look now at this operation. You see Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel on the scene. Their agents say that they found weapons, ammo, silencers, all piled up in the garage bedroom when they arrested 24-year-old, and we now can tell you his name, Henry Yasu Viatro Santos. They say he's from El Salvador, and he has been in the United States illegally. The MS-13 leader of the East Coast operations is the way that the DOJ is describing him right now, and a top 3 member in the United States. And as I said, he was arrested in Woodbridge, Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C. Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares is going to join us in moments. He was there this morning, and so was our justice correspondent, David Spunt, reporting live on all of this from Washington. This is quite a story, David. What have you learned today?
Martha, it was quite extraordinary to see it play out. A 24-year-old alleged MS-13 leader, in fact, the leader of East Coast operations, is what DOJ is alleging. This man, Henry Josue Villatoro Santos, just made an initial appearance in court. Now, this arrest happened before the sun came up. We were there exclusively to watch it unfold, joining Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel as they received an early morning briefing, and I do mean early, with SWAT teams before those SWAT teams in to make the arrest. Bondi, Patel, myself, and others watched this all happen on monitors. We can't show what it looked like, but we did see the scene from multiple different angles, from the ground and the air.
This is what can happen when you put good cops in good places to take on bad guys. And America should be watching this. And we are proud to be here standing with these brave warriors.
Joining the FBI was the ATF, Virginia State Police, ICE, and the Prince William County Local Police Department. Now, they do this kind of thing multiple times a week, Martha, but this guy happens to be one of the top 3 leaders in the country, according to the DOJ. The reason they had a SWAT team in military-looking vehicles, they expected him to be fully armed. Luckily, though, no one was harmed.
All of our law enforcement officers are safe. That was the number one thing. They're safe. They executed a clean, safe operation, and the bad guys in custody. And thanks to the FBI, we got one of the worst of MS-13 off the streets this morning.
And we have some photos from the court documents that were just filed. One, as you showed at the top, shows guns. The other, gun suppressors, on the right there, also known as silencers. Right now, Villatoro Santos is being charged with being an illegal alien in possession of a firearm, but sources say they expect more charges down the road. We see this from time to time, Martha. It's what's known as a holding charge before other charges can come down the pike. And as you'll talk to the Attorney General in Virginia right there, this is all part of a new effort by the FBI and the Commonwealth of Virginia working together on these types of cases.
Okay, real quick before I let you go, what was it like when you watched this live?
It was pretty unbelievable to see just how clear some of those cameras were. You could see multiple different angles of an operation going on live. This was in a residential neighborhood. We're told that there were children in the home. Luckily, they were okay. They got out. They made it out to safety. But a 24-year-old living in suburban Virginia and got a knock on the door, many knocks on the door, and came out shortly after 6 a.m. this morning.
David, thank you. Fascinating.
Thank you.
Sounds like a big gap. Thank you very much. Let's bring in the Virginia Attorney General, Jason Miyares. Attorney General, great to have you with us today. And obviously, the people of Virginia are a little bit safer today, and the East Coast. If what we're learning about this individual, that he was overseeing MS-13 operations for the East Coast, turns out to be the case. What does that look like? What have you learned about this operation? How do you know he was in charge of it?
Well, one thing that we have seen, this is a great example of making sure that no one is siloed. We see that sometimes in law enforcement between state, local, and federal. And I know that when we came into office, Governor Youngkin and I really were big on cooperating with our state and local, making sure they were working together. What is great about what General Bondi and the Director Patel have done is making sure that state and local now have federal resources, the intel analysts and the intelligence. Their resources are candidly impressive, and they have come in in and really turbocharge a lot of the work we have done going after these transnational gangs. MS-13 is obviously one of the most notorious between drug dealing, extortion, human trafficking. They're some of the worst of the worst. This individual got on a variety of individuals' radars really in the last year, kept coming up. And so this is a great example of using that intelligence and our analysts to both track him down, work together. I cannot commend enough the professionalism of what we have seen by our federal partners, our partners of the FBI, DEA, HSI, really working to track this person down. It has been just night and day what we have seen before from Main Justice versus what we see now, really putting the priority of going after these transnational gangs and getting them out of our communities. And Dale City in Northern Virginia is a great community. This person was there living among us.
I just have a minute left, but were you aware of him? Was he being watched? And were the neighbors aware in any way that this guy was the East Coast leader of MS-13, 24 years old, living in their neighborhood?
Listen, I'm not going to get too much on that because I think you'll probably see that in future indictments. What I can say is a lot of these individuals go by nicknames. You have to now identify who he is, where they live, track them down, and then most importantly, surveillance it and determine a good time to actually serve and arrest these individuals so there's minimal possibility of harm to our agents. The federal partners did fantastic work on taking down one of the top individuals that really has caused so much harm in our community, and we're very glad he is now arrested and facing federal charges.
Well, it's fascinating to see this operation. I hope that he's able to lead to the other two leaders of MS-13 in the other two regions of the country. We look forward to hearing more about this indictment and learning more about what you have on this case. Attorney General Miyares, thank you very much. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
So we have new reactions.